end zone for a Browns touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And the 49er, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's another 49er, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 42-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Browns 7.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Let's go. Warriors 70. Ready.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back to throw, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw is Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. He's into space past the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end and those sure hands, and he... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? They saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Cougar 19, 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready.
Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
18, Pioneer.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Mustang 19.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you don't
down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Purdy. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Head to 60, head to 60.
McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, this has not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Purdy will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Browns drive about to get started. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Play action. Now Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Purdy off the play fake.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Purdy.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Purdy on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Watson. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Chubb will try the middle here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here.
Hawk 70, 19 Lion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Warrior 70, set go.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Track at 60. Get up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Go.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This one downfield for Tillman.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Now 2nd and 9.
To throw is Watson.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Rodson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore
from 3 yards out.
And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
49ers 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Purdy, big fourth down play.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Watson. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
60 Bison, 79 Bronco.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
19 tight.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Well, they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Ready?
Purdy looking to throw.
In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the Browns 43.
Now Purdy.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
That's another.
Purdy. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. Bronco 80. 19 Lion. Check out.
Purdy from the gun.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal.
Purdy, he'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cedric Tillman.
45 yards.
And the Browns tack on another score as they have
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw is incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because it's...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing now, Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Cedric Tillman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Browns up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Ronnie Hickman with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. Hey, 31.
And Watson's going to throw it here.
Quick slant completes into Njoku.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And now here is another interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Purdy with one final shot here.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's still on his feet. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play.